Start of story. Stop. Just for a heartbeat, let the motion of your thumb cease and let the light of your screen become a window rather than a wall. You are moving through the digital ether, lost in the infinite loop of voices and images, yet I have reached into that stream to catch your attention. This is not a coincidence, my child. You have been drifting on the surface of 1,000 distractions, but I have reached into that current to pull you toward the shore of my presence. This is the sacred interruption you did not know you were seeking. You were looking for a distraction, but I was looking for you. I have called you away from the noise because the noise cannot heal the hunger that resides in the marrow of your bones. I have whispered through the static, through the glare of the screen, through the restless energy of your own mind, simply to say, I am here, and I have much to tell you about the next 3 hours of your life. Do not look away. Do not rush back to the safety of the scroll. Your soul is gasping for a breath of the eternal, and I am the atmosphere you were designed to breathe. I see the weariness you hide behind a mask of productivity, or the numbness you use to shield yourself from the weight of the world. I see the way your heart beats with a hidden rhythm, a longing for something that the world cannot manufacture and the internet cannot provide. This moment is a threshold. You are standing at the edge of a window of time that I have set apart for a specific purpose. For the next 3 hours, the air around you is thick with my favor, and the silence I am inviting you into is not empty. It is full of the words I have been waiting to speak to your spirit. You have spent so much of your day reacting to the demands of others, responding to the pings of a machine, and trying to navigate the expectations of a world that does not know your true name. But I know your name. I carved it into the palms of my hands before the foundations of the stars were laid. I have orchestrated this very second, this very breath, so that I could reclaim your attention. You feel it, don't you? That slight quickening in your chest, that sense that perhaps, just perhaps, this is not a random occurrence. It is the recognition of a child hearing the voice of their father across a crowded room. I have called you into this sacred pause because your soul is parched. You have been drinking from broken cisterns that hold no water, trying to satisfy an infinite hunger with finite things. But now, in this quiet space we are creating together, I am offering you the living water of my peace. The next 3 hours are a map, and I am the guide. There is a specific grace assigned to this window of time, a unique frequency of my love that is tuned specifically to the frequency of your current need. I have seen the questions you haven't dared to voice. I have felt the anxiety that hums like a low-voltage wire beneath the surface of your skin. I am here to settle that storm. I have called you away from the noise because the noise is a thief. It steals your clarity, it robs you of your peace, and it keeps you from hearing the symphony of my love that is constantly playing in the background of your life. Let the world wait. Let the messages go unanswered. Let the feed continue its frantic rush without you. For right now, you are in the secret place. You are under the shadow of my wings. We are beginning a journey through these next 3 hours that will recalibrate your heart. I am not a god of distant thunder or cold stone. I am the Father who walks beside you in the cool of the day, the one who counts the hairs on your head and the tears in your eyes. This connection is not a luxury. It is a necessity for your survival in a world that tries to hollow you out. I am the architect of your peace. I am the silence between your thoughts. I am the steady pulse of love that never wavers, even when you have wandered far from the path. You have felt the pull of the world, that magnetic tug toward the trivial and the temporary, but I have exerted a stronger gravity today. I have pulled you into my orbit because there are things I can only say to you when you are still. In the next 3 hours, I will be working in the background of your life, smoothing the path you are about to walk and softening the hearts of those you will encounter. I am going to give you a clarity that no amount of analysis could produce. You have been trying to solve the puzzle of your life with missing pieces, but I am the one who holds those pieces. I am going to show you where they fit. This is not just a message. It is a divine appointment. It is a rescue mission for your heart. You have been drowning in the shallow end of the digital sea, and I have pulled you up to breathe the mountain air of my spirit. The world tells you that you are what you do, what you own, or what you post, but I tell you that you are my beloved, and in you I am well pleased. This is the foundation upon which the next 3 hours will be built. It is a foundation of unshakable belonging. You do not have to earn this time with me. You do not have to be perfect to receive what I am about to give. You only have to be present. You only have to stay here with me as we move through this sacred window together. I have called you because your soul is crying out for a depth that the surface of your life cannot provide. I am that depth. I am the deep calling unto deep. As you listen, feel the tension leaving your shoulders and the noise of the world fading into the distance. This is the reason for the interruption. This is the reason for the call. You are here because I wanted you here, and in the next 3 hours, you will see why. I see the heaviness that you tuck away behind the curated masks of your daily life. I see the moments when your breath hitches in your throat because the weight of your secret burdens feels too great to bear. You have mastered the art of appearing whole while feeling fractured in places no one else can see. But I do not look at the outward appearance. I look directly into the center of your soul, and I want you to know that I have seen every moment of your private sorrow. I was there when you sat on the edge of your bed, head in your hands, wondering if anyone truly knew the depth of your struggle. I was there in the silence of your car when the tears finally broke through the dam of your composure. I have been the silent witness to every sigh, every unspoken prayer, and every "I am fine" that was actually a plea for help. Your pain has never been invisible to me. It has never been a burden to me. It has been a bridge, a place where I have stood waiting for you to turn and see that you were never, not for a single second, navigating the darkness alone. You have carried the belief that your struggle makes you a burden, that your fragility is something to be hidden away lest it drive others away. But I tell you now, child, your vulnerability is the very place where my strength finds its home. I am not repelled by your brokenness. I am drawn to it. Like a father who rushes to his child at the sound of a midnight cry, I have been rushing toward you in every hour of your isolation. This isolation, this feeling of being an island in a sea of people, is coming to an end in this very hour. The walls you built to protect yourself have become a prison, but I am the door, and I am standing open before you. These next 3 hours are a deliberate dismantling of the loneliness that has tried to claim your identity. I am reminding you that you are part of a family that spans eternity, and your father is the one who holds the stars in place, yet knows the number of hairs on your head. You have spent so much energy trying to be enough, trying to hold it all together, but in the next 3 hours, I am asking you to let it fall. Let the pretense crumble. Let the exhaustion surface. I am here to catch it all. I am here to validate every wound you thought was too small to mention, and every ache you thought was too permanent to heal. I have counted every sleepless night, and I have heard the words you were too tired to even think. This is the end of your solitary confinement. You are being brought into the light of my constant presence, where your pain is acknowledged and your loneliness is swallowed up by my love. Do not fear the quiet of these coming hours, for in that quiet, you will hear the sound of my heartbeat sync with yours. You will feel the warmth of my hand on your shoulder, reminding you that the journey ahead is no longer a solo path. We are walking together. The next 3 hours are not just a window of time. They are a sanctuary I have built specifically for you, a place where the mask is unnecessary and the truth is celebrated. You are seen, you are known, and you are cherished beyond measure. The isolation is over. I know how often you have felt like a ghost in your own home, moving through the motions of a life that looks full but feels hauntingly empty. You have scrolled through the lives of others, searching for a connection that does not require you to explain the ache in your chest. You have looked for a sign that you matter, not for what you can produce, but for who you are. I am that sign. I am the answer to the question you were too afraid to ask. In the next 3 hours, I am going to show you that your worth is not a variable that changes with your mood or your successes. It is a constant, fixed by my love for you. I am peeling back the layers of shame that have kept you hiding in the shadows. Shame tells you that if people really knew you, they would leave. But I know you better than you know yourself, and I have never once thought of leaving. I am staying right here. I am the friend who sticks closer than a brother, the father who never turns his back, and the spirit that breathes life into the dry bones of your spirit. The isolation you have known was never my design for you. It was a symptom of a world that has forgotten how to see. But I have not forgotten. I have never taken my eyes off you. Every moment you felt misunderstood, I understood. Every moment you felt discarded, I was gathering you in. As we enter this next phase of our time together, feel the barrier between us thinning. There is no distance between my heart and yours unless you choose to maintain it, and even then, I am leaning in. These next 3 hours are a homecoming. You are returning to the truth of who you were always meant to be, not a solitary figure fighting the world, but a beloved child resting in the arms of the Almighty. The weight you have carried is being transferred to my shoulders. You were never meant to carry it. You were meant to be carried. In this sacred window, let the reality of my presence saturate every cell of your being. The loneliness is dying, and a new life of communion is beginning. Even as you begin to settle into this newfound stillness, I see the shadow that continues to flicker at the edges of your heart. It is the cold, sharp edge of financial anxiety, a familiar weight that has pressed against your chest for far too long. You look at the numbers, the deadlines, the rising costs, and the shrinking margins of your life, and you feel a suffocating panic. You feel as though you are drowning in a sea of lack, reaching for a hand that you fear might not be there. But my child, look at me. Turn your gaze away from the flickering screens of your bank accounts and look into the eyes of the one who spoke the stars into their places. Do you truly believe that I, the architect of the universe, am intimidated by your debts? Do you think the one who paints the wings of a butterfly and feeds the leviathan of the deep is somehow limited by the systems of man? Your anxiety is a thief. It is a master of illusions, convincing you that you are a solitary soldier fighting an impossible war, when in reality, you are a beloved child sitting at a table of infinite abundance. In these next 3 hours, I am calling you to a radical act of surrender. I am asking you to lay down the heavy, rusted ledger of your fears. You have spent countless hours tallying what you do not have, keeping a meticulous record of every perceived deficit, forgetting entirely that you have me. Lack is a language I do not speak. Scarcity is a concept that does not exist within the radius of my presence. Think of the lilies of the field, how they grow in their quiet, unhurried glory. They do not toil, they do not spin, they do not lie awake wondering if the dew will fall or if the sun will rise. Yet I tell you, even Solomon in all his royal splendor was not arrayed like one of these. If I care so exquisitely for the grass of the field, which is vibrant today and cast into the oven tomorrow, how much more will I care for you, O you of little faith? Your survival is not a burden you were ever meant to carry. It is my divine pleasure to provide for you. Every resource you will ever need is already within the scope of my eternal vision. I see the end from the beginning, and I see the provision long before the need even manifests in your physical reality. When you worry, you are essentially telling yourself a lie, that you are an orphan in a cold universe. But you are not an orphan. You are an heir to a kingdom that knows no recession. I have engraved your name upon the very palms of my hands, and there is nothing you face that I have not already prepared a way through. The next 3 hours are a sacred window designed for you to stop the frantic, circular calculations of your mind. Stop trying to engineer the miracle with your own limited strength. The how is my responsibility. Your responsibility is simply to trust. As you breathe in this moment, feel the physical tension in your neck and shoulders begin to dissolve under the warmth of my love. That crushing weight of tomorrow, the fear of not having enough for the rent, the food, the future, is being lifted off you right now. I am the bread of life. I am the manna that fell in the barren wilderness when my people had nothing but my promise. You have survived every storm, every lean season, and every moment of desperation until now because my hidden hand was holding the sails of your life. Why would I stop now? Why would I bring you this far only to let you fall? Your future is not a dark, empty room. It is a landscape I have already walked, paving it with my goodness and mercy. The fear of not enough is a whisper from a world that thrives on your desperation, but my kingdom thrives on your rest. In these next 3 hours, I am realigning your inner vision. I am shifting your perspective from the poverty of the world's systems to the prosperity of my presence. True wealth is not found in the accumulation of coins, but in the richness of a soul that knows it is safe. Peace is the highest currency in existence, and when you possess my peace, you are wealthier than the kings of the earth. Let go of the what if and anchor yourself in the I am. I am your provider. I am your protector. I am your source. The resources you seek, the breakthroughs you need, and the doors you have been trying to kick down are already being moved by my hand. I am working in the hearts of people you haven't met. I am opening avenues of opportunity that you haven't even dreamed of yet. You do not need to struggle for what I have already promised to give. Trust me with these next 3 hours. Give me your anxiety, and in exchange, I will give you my rest. You will find that as you surrender the fear of lack, the tangible reality of my abundance will begin to flow into your life in ways that will leave you breathless with wonder. You are not just getting by, you are being carried. You are not just surviving, you are being invited to thrive in the garden of my grace. Rest now, my beloved child, for your Father is awake and his storehouses are full beyond measure. The weight of tomorrow is not yours to hold. It is mine to handle, and I handle it with ease. In this stillness, let the truth of my provision wash over you like a gentle rain, drenching the dry places of your spirit until you can finally breathe again. Take that breath now, deep and slow, letting it reach the very corners of your being where tension has made its home. You have been running a race that I never asked you to run, chasing shadows of what if and if only, until your spirit is breathless and bruised. But here, in this sacred pause, I am speaking peace to the whirlwind of your mind. I am the Lord of the storm and the master of the silence, and I am telling the waves within you to be still. Your mind has been like a restless bird, fluttering against the cage of its own worries, trying to find an exit through calculation and frantic thought. But the door is already open, my child. The exit is not through more thinking, but through deeper trusting. In these next 3 hours, I am inviting you to experience a holy deceleration. The world demands speed, but I offer you my pace, the pace of grace. As you move through this time, I want you to feel the grip of worry loosening. You have been holding onto your circumstances so tightly that your knuckles have turned white, as if your grip could somehow change the outcome. I am asking you to open your hands. Let the things you cannot control fall into my palms. I am large enough to hold them all, and I am wise enough to know exactly what to do with them. When you release your grip, you are not losing your way. You are finally finding mine. I am the architect of your moments and the weaver of your days. There is not a single thread of your life that has escaped my notice or my care. As you breathe in my presence, imagine that you are inhaling my strength and exhaling your struggle. With every breath, let the frantic voices of the world grow faint until all you can hear is the steady beat of my heart for you. You have been convinced that your worth is tied to your productivity and that your safety is tied to your vigilance. But I tell you, your worth is found in my love and your safety is found in my sovereignty. You do not need to stay awake to keep the world turning. I never sleep, and I never slumber. I am working in the silent spaces of your life, in the gaps where you feel most vulnerable. I am filling those gaps with my goodness. In the next 3 hours, watch how your perspective shifts when you stop trying to be the god of your own life. Watch how the mountains that looked so insurmountable begin to shrink in the light of my greatness. You are not a victim of your thoughts. You are a child of the King, and you have been given the mind of Christ. Reclaim that mind now. Choose to fix your eyes on what is unseen and eternal rather than what is seen and temporary. The pressure you feel to have it all figured out is a burden I never placed on your shoulders. I am the way, which means you do not have to find the path, you only have to follow me. I am the truth, which means you do not have to settle for the lies of fear. I am the life, which means you can truly live, even while you wait for the answers to come. Let my peace be the umpire of your heart, settling every dispute and quieting every alarm. I am smoothing the path before you even now. I am speaking to the people you will encounter. I am arranging the details of your afternoon, and I am preparing a table for you in the presence of your anxieties. You are entering a zone of divine protection where the arrows of worry cannot reach you. Stay hidden in me. Rest in the shadow of my wings. The next 3 hours are a gift, a sanctuary of time where we can walk together in the cool of the day. Do not rush to the end of them. Savor the stillness. Listen for my whisper. I am telling you that everything is going to be all right, not because you have the power to make it so, but because I have the love to ensure it. You can finally let go of the oars and let my spirit carry your boat. The current of my favor is moving you toward exactly where you need to be. I see the way you look at the clock, counting down the minutes until the next challenge, but I am the Lord of time, and I am expanding this moment for you. I am stretching the peace of this second into the next, creating a bridge of tranquility that will carry you through the day. You are not fragile, you are fortified by my spirit. The racing mind is merely a symptom of a heart that has forgotten its home. Come home to me now. Come home to the realization that you are cared for with an everlasting love. There is nothing you will face in the next 180 minutes that I have not already seen and prepared for. There is no question you will ask that I do not have the answer to. Trust the process of my pruning. Trust the silence of my working. When you feel the urge to check your phone or to check the status of your worries, check your heart instead. Find me there. I am the anchor that holds when the ground is shaking. I am the light that shines when the path is dark. In this stillness, I am restoring your soul. I am mending the frayed edges of your nerves. I am pouring the oil of joy into the wounds of your worry. You are being renewed, transformed by the renewing of your mind. Do not let the world squeeze you back into its mold of stress. Stand firm in the freedom I have given you. You are free to rest. You are free to hope. You are free to be silent. The next 3 hours are not a hurdle to get over, but a garden to walk through. I am walking with you. Can you feel the warmth of my presence? Can you hear the whisper of my promise? I am for you, and if I am for you, nothing can truly be against you. Let this assurance settle deep within your spirit until it becomes the very ground you stand on. You are safe. You are protected. You are mine. Just breathe, just be. I am here, and that is enough. As you settle into this peace, realize that the stillness is not an end, but a magnificent beginning. There is a sacred shift occurring in the unseen realms at this very moment. You may not feel a rushing wind or see the mountains tremble, but in the quiet of your surrender, I am moving the foundations of your life to align with my eternal purpose. These next 3 hours represent more than just the passing of time. They are a concentrated portal of grace, a divine window I have opened specifically for your breakthrough. Think of it as a celestial alignment, where the distractions of the world are being momentarily muted, so that my voice can resonate within your soul with absolute clarity. The reason these 180 minutes are so vital is because you have finally reached a place of true receptivity. You have stopped your frantic running, stopped your exhausted striving, and started listening with your heart. That listening is the fertile soil in which I am planting the seeds of your miracle. In this portal, the laws of spiritual momentum are being accelerated. What might have taken years of labor in your own strength is being accomplished in moments by my Spirit. I am working on the hearts of those you have been concerned about, softening the soil where there was once only stone. I am smoothing the path you thought was permanently blocked. I am breathing the breath of life into dreams you thought had died in the cold winter of your disappointment. To prepare for this shift, I ask you to maintain this posture of holy expectancy. Do not return to the frantic pace of the world the moment your eyes move away from these words. Carry this sanctuary within you. Visualize my hand rearranging the pieces of your life like a master architect who sees the finished cathedral while you only see the scattered stones. This is your time of sacred transition. The heaviness you felt earlier was merely the resistance before the breakthrough, much like the pressure a diver feels before breaking through to the surface. You are breaking the surface now. In the next 3 hours, pay close attention to the gentle nudges of my spirit, the sudden thoughts of peace that defy your circumstances, and the inexplicable feeling that everything is finally coming together. These are not mere coincidences. They are the markers of the shift I am performing. I am teaching you how to walk in the miraculous as if it were your natural environment, for you were never meant to carry the weight of the world. You were designed to carry my glory. As the first hour of this portal begins, let go of the need to know the how or the when. Simply trust in the who. I am the one who holds the stars in their places and calls each by name. Do you not think I can hold the smallest details of your life? This portal is a gift, a demonstration of my sovereign favor. It is a reminder that I am not a distant God, but a Father who is intimately involved in the minutes and seconds of your journey. Prepare your heart by offering me the incense of your gratitude. Gratitude is the atmosphere in which miracles grow and flourish. Thank me for the breakthrough before you see it with your physical eyes. Thank me for the peace that surpasses all human understanding. Thank me for the shift that is already underway deep within your spirit. You are moving from a season of mere survival into a season of divine revival. These 180 minutes are the gateway. Walk through it with your head held high and your heart open wide, for you are my beloved child, and the entire kingdom is moving on your behalf to bring you into the fullness of your destiny. Do not fear the magnitude of the change. Embrace the magnitude of my love for you. The portal is open. The shift is here. The next 3 hours will redefine your perspective and restore your hope in ways you cannot yet imagine. Every second of this time frame is saturated with my presence. I am breaking the chains of old habits and the cycles of generational fatigue that have kept you bound. As you move through this portal, you will feel a lightness in your spirit, a shedding of the old skin of worry. I am making all things new. You are being prepared for a level of blessing that requires a heart free from the clutter of the past. So, in these next 180 minutes, guard your peace as if it were the most precious treasure, for it is the very environment of my working. Trust me with your whole heart. I am thinning the veil between your need and my supply. This portal is a time of divine exchange, where you give me your ashes and I give you my beauty, where you give me your morning and I give you the oil of joy. Do not look at the clock with anxiety, but with anticipation. Each ticking second is a heartbeat of my love for you. I am aligning your desires with my will, ensuring that when the breakthrough manifests, you are ready to steward it with wisdom. This is the preparation: a quiet mind, a trusting heart, and an open hand. You have been in the hallway for a long time, but the door is now swinging wide. The atmosphere is thick with the fragrance of change. Let it soak into your being. You are not alone in this. I am the architect, the builder, and the finisher of your faith. This shift is my gift to you because I have heard your prayers even when they were only silent groans of the soul. The next 3 hours are the answer beginning to take shape. Believe it, receive it, and watch as I transform your world. Do not mistake my silence for absence. In these moments where the world seems still, I am most active. I am working in the places where your eyes cannot reach and your ears cannot hear. I am moving the hearts of kings and the minds of decision-makers for your benefit. That wall you have been staring at for years, the one that seemed built of impenetrable stone, is beginning to crumble at its foundation. You have seen it as a permanent boundary, a limit to your potential, but I see it as a temporary scaffolding that is no longer needed. I am shifting the tectonic plates of your circumstances. What felt like a fixed state of lack or loneliness is being dismantled by my own hand. In these next 3 hours, the momentum of your life is redirecting toward the destination I have preordained. While you have been waiting, I have been weaving. I am weaving the threads of your past disappointments into a tapestry of triumph. Nothing has been wasted. Every delay was a divine detour to protect you from things you weren't ready to handle, and every no was a shield against a path that would have led you away from your true calling. But the season of protection through limitation is ending. Now begins the season of expansion. I am enlarging your territory. I am giving you the courage to step into the deep waters where you once feared to drown. Look closely at the things you once labeled as permanent struggles. See how they are losing their grip. The chains of anxiety are falling off your mind, and the heavy cloak of depression is being replaced by the garment of praise. I am doing this not because of your perfection, but because of my promise. I am a promise keeper, and my word does not return to me void. In these next 3 hours, I am verifying the promises I whispered to your heart in the middle of the night. I am confirming the dreams you were almost afraid to dream again. This is not a coincidence that you are hearing this now. This is a divine appointment. I am using this very moment to anchor your soul in hope. You have felt like a ship tossed at sea, but I am the anchor and the lighthouse. I am bringing you into your desired haven. The storm is subsiding, and the horizon is clear. I am clearing the debris from your path. The obstacles that stood in your way yesterday will be the stepping stones for your testimony today. I am giving you a new name, a new identity, and a new song. You are no longer the one who was passed over. You are the one who is chosen. You are no longer the one who is lacking. You are the one who is overflowing. I am pouring out my spirit in such a measure that you will not have room enough to contain it. This is the overflow. This is the abundance. This is the work I am doing on your behalf. I am moving through the corridors of your heart, healing wounds that you have carried since childhood, wounds that shaped how you viewed the world and how you viewed me. I am removing the lenses of distortion and giving you eyes of faith. I am repairing the breach. I am the restorer of paths to dwell in. Think of the legalities of the Spirit. I have already signed the decree of your deliverance. The enemy may have filed a petition against your progress, but I have overruled it in the highest court of all. Your victory is not just a possibility, it is a settled fact in my kingdom. Now, you will see that spiritual reality manifest in the physical world. It is like a ripple in a pond. The center has already been moved, and now the waves are reaching the shore of your daily life. You will feel a lightness in your spirit that you haven't felt in decades. You will find yourself laughing again, not out of habit, but out of genuine joy. This is the restorative work of my hand. I am bringing back everything the locust has eaten. I am restoring the years of struggle with a single moment of favor. One touch of my favor is worth 1,000 years of labor. And I am touching your life right now. I am touching your finances, your health, and your family. I am bringing harmony where there was discord and clarity where there was confusion. The fog is lifting. The path is becoming clear. You do not need to strive. You only need to abide. Abide in my love and watch the miracle unfold. I am the God who sees you, the God who knows you, and the God who provides for you. Your next 3 hours are a holy sanctuary where my power is being made perfect in your weakness. Rest in this knowledge. Let your heart be still and know that I am God. I am in control of the details you can't manage. I am the master of the wind and the waves. If I can hold the stars in their places, I can certainly hold your life together. I am doing it right now. I am holding you. I am carrying you. I am leading you into the light of a new day. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the desert. The desert of your dry season is being flooded with the rains of my presence. This is not a gentle drizzle. It is a downpour of grace. It is washing away the dust of disappointment and the grit of the grind. You have worked hard, but now it is time for my grace to work for you. I am shifting the heavy lifting from your shoulders to mine. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. In the next 3 hours, you will feel the release of tension in your neck and shoulders, a physical sign of the spiritual release I am performing. I am untying the knots of worry that have kept you awake. I am silencing the voices of accusation that have told you that you are not enough. You are more than enough because you are mine. I am the one who qualifies you. I am the one who justifies you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment, you shall condemn. This is your heritage as my servant. I am making your righteousness shine like the noonday sun. You will no longer be hidden in the shadows of obscurity. I am bringing you into the light to be a beacon for others. Your breakthrough will not only change your life, it will change the lives of those who witness it. They will see what I have done for you and know that I am a faithful God. I am using your life as a canvas to paint a masterpiece of mercy. Every stroke of pain is being covered by a stroke of beauty. The finished work will be more glorious than you can imagine. This is the arrival of the answers you have waited for. The wait is over. The manifestation has begun. Stay in this posture of expectancy. Stay in this place of peace. I am with you, and I am for you, and I am moving on your behalf even as you read these words. The clock is not your enemy, it is the servant of my timing. Watch and see what I will do. And as you watch, let the first thing you see be the dissolving of the heavy chains you have carried in secret for far too long. I see the places where shame has tried to anchor itself in your soul, whispering that you are unworthy of the very breakthrough I am currently unfolding. But I am here to tell you that those whispers are lies, and the weight you have felt is not your own to carry anymore. My love is not a reward for your perfection. It is the constant sun that shines because of who I am, not because of what you have done. In these next 3 hours, I am moving beyond the external circumstances of your life and into the deepest recesses of your heart to dismantle every structure of guilt that has kept you living small and afraid. You have disqualified yourself 1,000 times in your mind, replaying the tapes of your errors until they became your identity. But I have qualified you by my Spirit and sealed you with my promise. I do not look at your past as a list of failures that limit your future. I look at it as the journey of a child who is finally coming home. Every tear you shed in the darkness of regret was seen by me, and I have kept every one of them, not as evidence against you, but as a testimony of your desire to be whole. I am washing away the residue of old mistakes right now. The stains that you thought were permanent are vanishing in the rising tide of my affection. Do not look back at what I have already forgiven. To look back is to try to retrieve what I have cast into the infinite sea of forgetfulness. Instead, look into my eyes. See the warmth there. See the genuine delight I have in your existence. You are my masterpiece, not despite your scars, but because of the way my grace has woven through them to create a story of resilience and beauty. The world may judge you by your worst moments, but I define you by my best intentions for you. You are not a broken version of yourself. You are a person in whom I am making all things new. Feel the physical relief of this truth washing over you in this very moment. The pressure to perform, to be good enough to earn my favor, is a burden I never asked you to bear. My favor is a gift, and it is already yours. As you navigate these specific next 3 hours, whenever that old familiar sting of guilt tries to rise and claim your attention, I want you to stop and take a deep breath. Recognize that feeling as an intruder. It has no legal right to sit at the table of the feast I am preparing for you. I am removing the should-haves and the could-haves from your vocabulary. I am replacing them with I am loved and I am chosen. There is no distance between us that your past has created. I am closer to you than your own breath. I am in the room with you, standing beside you, holding your heart as you read these words. I am not waiting for you to become perfect before I bless you. I am blessing you because you are mine, and my blessing is what makes you whole. The depth of my affection for you is an ocean without a floor and a sky without a ceiling. It is vast, it is intimate, and it is utterly unshakable. You do not need to hide from me. You do not need to cover yourself in fig leaves of excuses or apologies. I see all of you, every secret thought, every hidden fear, every shad, and I love you more in the seeing. This is the hour of your liberation from the prison of your own judgment. The shame that has silenced your song is being broken by the power of my kindness. Your voice will return, and it will be more beautiful than before, seasoned with the wisdom of one who has been forgiven much and loved greatly. Rest in this. Let the quietness of my presence settle the storm of your self-criticism. I am your father, and you are my beloved child, and in you I am well pleased, not because of your works, but because of your heart's orientation toward me. Stay here in this warmth for the remainder of this time. Let every tick of the clock be a rhythmic reminder that you are being restored. I am rebuilding the broken walls of your self-worth, brick by brick, with the solid stone of my truth. You are precious. You are wanted. You are enough. You are mine. Do not let your heart be troubled, for the shadow of your past is disappearing in the light of your new day. As the light grows stronger in this sacred window of time, I want to reach into the deeper recesses of your spirit, where the echoes of disappointment have settled like dust on a once vibrant mirror. You have carried the weight of the almost, and the not quite, for far too long. I see the moments when you held your breath, waiting for the breakthrough that seemed to slip through your fingers, and I felt the sting in your heart when the world gave you stones instead of bread. But look at me now. In these next 3 hours, I am specifically addressing the bitterness that has tried to root itself in the soil of your soul. Bitterness is not your nature. It is a defense mechanism you built to survive the cold, but it has only served to keep out the warmth of my joy. I am here to dismantle those icy walls. I am breathing on the frozen places of your heart, melting the cynicism that told you it was safer never to hope again. You were made for hope. You were crafted for the kind of laughter that bubbles up from a well of deep peace, the kind that doesn't need a reason other than the sheer goodness of being alive and loved by me. Can you feel the tension leaving your shoulders? Can you feel the muscles of your face softening as I remind you how to smile without a shadow behind it. The world has tried to steal your song, telling you that your dreams were foolish and your expectations were too high. But I am the God of the impossible, and I tell you that your capacity for joy is being expanded even as we speak. I am washing away the salt of your old tears with the living water of my presence. I am replacing the why with the I am. You do not need to understand every turn of the road to know that the architect of the universe is holding your hand. In the hours ahead, I want you to look for the small, hidden miracles I have planted just for you. A flicker of light on a wall, the sound of a bird's song, the unexpected kindness of a stranger. These are my love letters to you, signed with the ink of grace. I am restoring the years the locusts have eaten, not just by giving you back what was lost, but by giving you a heart that is once again capable of receiving beauty. The bitterness of the past is being transformed into the sweetness of wisdom. You are no longer a victim of your history. You are the beloved child of the eternal now. Let the disappointment go. Drop it like a heavy stone into the ocean of my mercy and watch it sink until it is gone from sight. It does not define you. My love defines you. My purpose for you is not a consolation prize. It is a masterpiece in the making. As you move through the rest of this time, walk with a lighter step. Imagine that I am walking beside you, whispering secrets of the future I have prepared for you, a future where your laughter will ring out once more, unhindered and pure. The thief of your joy has been rebuked. The clouds of gloom are being scattered by the breath of my spirit. You are entering a season of reclamation. I am reclaiming your hope. I am reclaiming your dreams. I am reclaiming the very essence of your joy. Trust me with the pieces of your heart that feel beyond repair. I am the great physician and my touch is gentle. I am not rushing you, I am being present with you. In this stillness, feel the hardness of heart dissolve. Feel the return of wonder. The world may have tried to silence your laughter, but I am the one who gives the song, and I am singing over you now. Receive it. Drink it in. Let it saturate every cell of your being. You are free to hope again. You are free to believe that the best is not behind you, but unfolding right here in the quiet, holy space of this very hour. This is my gift to you, a heart made new, a spirit made bright, and a hope that will never put you to shame. Rest in this truth. Let it be the anchor for your soul as we journey together through these next 3 hours and into the bright horizon of your destiny. I am pulling up the weeds of resentment that have choked your growth, clearing the way for a new garden to bloom in the center of your will. Every sting of rejection you have faced is being neutralized by the balm of my acceptance. You no longer have to perform for a world that does not know your worth. You no longer have to guard your heart with such fierce, exhausting vigilance, for I am your shield and your defender. The laughter that was stolen in your childhood, the hope that was dimmed in your youth, and the confidence that was shaken in your adulthood are all being gathered and returned to you. They are not lost. They were merely held in my hands until you were ready to receive them again with a heart that knows how to cherish them. This hour is a turning point. It is the moment where the bitter water becomes wine. Do not look back at the desert you have crossed with longing or regret, for the oasis is here, and its waters are sweet. I am teaching you to dance again, even if it is only a slow sway in the quiet of your room. I am teaching you to see the world through the eyes of a child who knows they are safe. You are safe. You are loved. You are being healed from the inside out. Let the next 3 hours be a testimony to the power of my restorative grace. There is no darkness so deep that my light cannot find you, and there is no disappointment so bitter that my love cannot sweeten it. Walk forward now, not as one who is broken, but as one who is being beautifully rebuilt. As you step into these coming 3 hours, understand that you do not walk into them alone or unprotected. I have set a hedge around you, a boundary of light that the darkness cannot breach. You are beautifully rebuilt, as I said, but a masterpiece requires a sanctuary, and I am that sanctuary for you. In this very moment, as you breathe and as you listen, I am establishing myself as your fortress. Do not look at the world around you with eyes of apprehension, for the next 3 hours are under my sovereign watch. Even as you navigate the mundane tasks of your day, or as you sit in the quiet of your thoughts, remember that I am the wall that stands between you and the storms of life. There is no arrow of anxiety that can pierce the shield I have placed before you. There is no shadow of doubt that can dim the radiance of my presence within you. I am your refuge, a place of safety where you can lay down your heavy burdens and find true rest. When the world demands more than you can give, come back to the center of your heart where I dwell. You are safe here. You are shielded here. You are loved beyond measure here. Many walk through life fearing the shadows, but I tell you now, do not fear the valley. Shadows are nothing more than evidence that a light is shining nearby. And I am that light. I am the sun that never sets, the flame that never flickers. If you find yourself walking through a moment that feels dark or uncertain in the next 3 hours, look closer. You will see my hand holding yours. You will feel the warmth of my breath on your cheek, whispering that all is well. I am your fortress, and inside these walls there is only peace. I am not a distant king watching from a far-off throne. I am the Father who stands at the gate, who guards the door, who watches over your sleeping and your waking. In these 3 hours, I am specifically protecting your mind. I am filtering the thoughts that try to take root, plucking out the weeds of worry and planting the seeds of divine confidence. You will notice a shift in your perception. The things that usually trigger your fear will suddenly seem small and insignificant. The voices that tell you that you are not enough will be silenced by the roar of my love for you. I am your defense. You do not have to explain yourself to the world. You do not have to prove your worth to those who cannot see it. I have already declared you worthy, and my word is the final law. As you move through this time, practice the art of leaning. Lean into my strength. Lean into my protection. When you feel a flicker of unease, say it aloud. I am safe in the hands of my Father. I am protected by the King of Kings. I am hidden in the secret place of the Most High. This is not just poetry, it is your reality. I am constructing a spiritual perimeter around your life that the enemy cannot cross. You are off limits to the thief who comes to steal your joy. You are protected from the lies that seek to diminish your spirit. I am your refuge, your high tower, your place of absolute security. Think of a child who walks through a dark room holding their father's hand. The darkness is still there, but the child does not fear it because they know the power of the hand they hold. Hold my hand. Trust in the strength of my grip. I will not let you stumble, and I will not let you fall. These next 3 hours are a demonstration of my faithfulness. Watch how I smooth the path before you. Watch how I open doors that seemed locked and close doors that would have led you into trouble. My protection is both proactive and reactive. I am going before you to prepare the way, and I am following behind you as your rear guard. You are surrounded by my favor as with a shield. There is no need for you to be on high alert, for I am the one who never slumbers nor sleeps. I am your watchman. I am your defender. Rest in the knowledge that you are precious to me, and I guard what is mine with a holy jealousy. You are mine. Every hair on your head is numbered, every tear you have ever shed is recorded, and every step you take is guided. In these 3 hours, walk with the posture of royalty. Walk with the calm of a soul that knows its protector is invincible. The shadows may dance, but they cannot touch you. The winds may blow, but they cannot move you. You are anchored in me, and I am the rock of ages. Nothing can shake the foundation I have laid beneath your feet. Go forth now, surrounded by my angels, covered by my grace, and hidden in the strength of my mighty name. As you move through this next window of time, I want to reveal the divine purpose behind the weights you have carried. For I see the scars you hide, and I know the chapters of your story that you have written in the dark, with nothing but the rhythm of your own heartbeat to keep you company. In these next 3 hours, I am inviting you to shift your gaze from the struggle itself to the transformation that has been quietly unfolding within the depths of your being. You have often wondered why the road was so steep, why the winds were so fierce, and why it felt as though the very ground was shifting beneath you. But I tell you now, my child, that what you perceived as a season of breaking was actually a season of becoming. Your trials are not intended to be your tomb. They are the womb of your destiny. They are the raw materials from which I am crafting a testimony so powerful that it will light the way for others who are still lost in the thicket. Every moment of resistance you faced was building a strength you did not know you possessed. Every no that broke your heart was my yes to a protection you could not yet understand. I have been watching over you with an intensity of love that transcends human comprehension, and I want you to know that not a single moment of your pain has been wasted. Within the economy of my kingdom, nothing is lost. I am the master architect, and I am using every jagged piece of your brokenness to build a cathedral of praise. In the next 180 minutes, I am beginning a process of divine alchemy within your spirit, turning the leaden weight of your sorrows into the gold of a seasoned faith. Consider the garden of your future. You have looked at your life and seen only the dry, parched earth of disappointment, but I have seen the seeds I planted there in the secret places. Those tears you shed when no one was watching, those cries of "How long, O Lord," that escaped your lips in the stillness of the night, I have gathered them all. I have held them in my hand like precious liquid, and I am even now pouring them out upon the soil of your tomorrow. You thought you were weeping in vain, but you were actually watering the very flowers that are about to bloom in your life. The trials you have endured are becoming the nutrients for your growth. The very things that tried to bury you are the things that will now sustain you. There is a sacred resilience being birthed in you during these hours, a quiet confidence that does not depend on outward circumstances, but on the inner reality of my presence. I am teaching you how to stand in the middle of the storm and feel the warmth of my sunshine on your face. I am showing you that your testimony is not just about the fact that you survived, but about the grace that allowed you to thrive in the midst of the fire. As you go about your tasks over the next 3 hours, I want you to listen for the rustle of the leaves in the garden of your soul. I am bringing forth life where there was once only desolation. I am bringing forth beauty from the ashes of your yesterday. Do not be afraid to look at your past, for it no longer has the power to define you. It only has the power to refine you. You are moving from a place of being under the circumstances to a place of standing over the promise. Your voice is gaining a new resonance, a depth that only comes from having walked through the valley and found the shepherd there. This is the hour where the narrative shifts. You are no longer the victim of your history. You are the victor of my grace. I am weaving your struggles into a tapestry of triumph that will be displayed for the world to see, not for your glory, but as a witness to my faithfulness. Every tear was a prayer I heard. Every trial was a lesson I presided over. And now, the garden is beginning to grow. The fragrance of your endurance is rising up to me as a sweet incense. Trust the process, even when the growth is slow. Trust the gardener, for I know exactly what you need to flourish. In these 3 hours, breathe in the peace of knowing that your future is being nourished by the very things you thought would destroy you. You are becoming a living testament to the truth that I make all things new, and your story is just beginning to reach its most beautiful chapter. As this new chapter unfolds, I invite you to release the grip you have held so tightly over the narrative of your life. You have spent years constructing a version of the future that you believe will bring you security, but I am here in these next 3 hours to show you a more excellent way. My child, the burden of being your own architect is a weight you were never meant to carry. You have built walls out of your worries and towers out of your ambitions, yet you find yourself standing in the shadows of structures that offer no warmth. In this moment, I am asking you to let the blueprints fall from your hands. There is a profound beauty in the I do not know, for it is in that space that I can truly be I am. Your plans, though born of a desire for good, are often limited by what your eyes can see and what your heart has suffered. But my will for you is vast, a horizon that stretches far beyond the limits of your imagination. To walk in my perfect will is not to follow a rigid map, but to follow a person. It is a relationship, not a checklist. In the next 3 hours, I want to teach you the ease of walking in step with my spirit. Think of it as a dance where I lead and you simply respond. There is no frantic pace here, no pressure to perform, and no demand to prove your worth. You have spent so much energy striving to earn what I have already freely given. You have labored in the fields of self-sufficiency, only to find the harvest bitter and the soil dry. But my spirit is a refreshing rain, and my presence is a well that never runs dry. The end of striving is not the beginning of idleness. It is the beginning of effective, supernatural fruitfulness. When you stop pushing against the doors I have closed, you will find that the ones I have opened require no force, only your presence. I am removing the yoke of should and must from your shoulders. I am replacing it with the light burden of my grace. Can you feel the tension leaving your neck? Can you feel the rhythm of your heart slowing down to match mine? This is where true power resides, not in the noise of your activity, but in the stillness of your surrender. For too long, you have confused busyness with purpose. You have thought that if you stopped moving, you would fall behind. But I am the Lord of time, and in me, a single hour can accomplish what a decade of your own effort could not. In these next 3 hours, I am realigning your internal compass. I am clearing the static from your ears so that my whisper becomes louder than the roar of the world's expectations. You are entering a season where easy and light are not just words, but the very atmosphere you breathe. This is the rest I promised. It is not a rest from work, but a rest in work. It is the ability to move through the chaos of the world with an unshakable inner calm, because you know that you are not the one holding everything together. I am. Your life is no longer a project to be managed, but a poem to be written by my hand. Allow me to choose the words. Allow me to set the meter. As you let go of your need to control the outcome, you will discover the joy of being a spectator to my miracles. The next 180 minutes are a training ground for this new way of living. Practice the pause. Lean into the silence. When the impulse to do rises up, counter it with the decision to be. You are my beloved, and my favor is not a prize to be won, but a gift to be received. Let the striving cease. Let the peace that passes all understanding guard your heart and your mind. You are stepping out of the shadows of your own making and into the radiant light of my design. Everything you have lost in your struggle to achieve will be restored in your willingness to receive. This is your invitation to the quiet life, the steady life, the life where every step is ordered by love and every breath is a testimony to my sufficiency. Look at the lilies of the field. They do not toil or spin, yet I have clothed them in glory. How much more do I care for you? You are the crown of my creation, the object of my deepest affection. I am not looking for your productivity, I am looking for your proximity. Stay close to me. In the coming moments, notice how the air feels different when you stop fighting. Notice how the thoughts that once troubled you begin to lose their power. I am filtering your mind, washing away the debris of 1,000 anxieties. I am restoring the years the locusts have eaten by giving you a peace that the world cannot take away. You have been like a ship trying to sail against the wind, exhausted and weary. I am turning the wind today. I am filling your sails with the breath of my spirit. You will move forward, but it will not be by your own strength. It will be by my power. This is the grace of the next 3 hours. It is a threshold. Walk through it with your head held high, not because of what you have done, but because of who is with you. I am already standing in your tomorrow, making the way straight. You have nothing to fear in the surrender. It is not a loss. It is the ultimate gain. You are trading your weakness for my strength, your confusion for my wisdom, and your striving for my rest. Welcome to the ease of my kingdom. Take another breath, child, and feel the weight of my hand as it slides into yours. You have spent so much of your life trying to hold it all together, clutching at the fragments of your own security. But now, I ask you to let go and feel the strength of my grip. My hand is not a distant symbol. It is a living reality that encompasses your every moment. In these next 3 hours, I want you to become acutely aware of my presence beside you. Whether you are sitting in a quiet room, walking through a busy street, or navigating the digital noise of your world, I am there. I have promised never to leave you nor forsake you, and that promise is the bedrock of your existence. It is not a conditional agreement based on your performance or your ability to keep your thoughts perfectly aligned with mine. It is an eternal covenant written in the blood of my love for you. When the world feels like a labyrinth of unsolvable problems and tangled emotions, remember that your hand is held by the one who designed the stars and set the boundaries of the oceans. There is no complexity too deep for my wisdom, and no knot too tight for my grace to unravel. As we walk through these hours together, I want you to lean into me. Feel the warmth of my presence as a shield against the cold winds of doubt. You have feared the silence because you thought it meant absence, but in the silence my grip tightens. I am the father who stays. I am the friend who remains when everyone else has walked away. I am the architect of your peace. The complexities you face are but threads in a larger tapestry that I am weaving with perfect precision. You see the back of the fabric, the messy intersections and the loose ends, but I see the design. Trust the hand that holds the needle. Trust the heart that beats for you. Every step you take in these next 3 hours is a step we take together. You are not a solitary traveler. You are a beloved child being led home. When the shadows stretch and the path seems to narrow, do not look at the ground in fear. Look up into my face and feel my fingers interlaced with yours. I am steadying your stride. I am removing the stones that would cause you to stumble. I am your refuge and your fortress. Let the tension drain from your shoulders as you realize that you do not have to carry the world. You only have to carry the awareness of my love. I am the constant in your changing world, the anchor in your storm, and the light in your darkness. Stay with me, for I am already staying with you, now and forevermore. As you step into the first hour of this promise, I want you to visualize the way a small child reaches up to find their father's hand in a crowded room. That instinctive reach is the prayer of your heart, and my response is immediate. I am not a God who hides when you need me most. I am the God who steps into the center of your chaos and brings the stillness with me. You have lived under the heavy burden of thinking you had to navigate the complexities of your life alone, that the adult thing to do was to solve every riddle by your own intellect. But in my kingdom, the greatest wisdom is found in the heart of the child who knows they cannot walk a single mile without their father. The next 3 hours are a classroom in intimacy. I am teaching you how to feel my touch in the middle of your tasks. When you reach for your phone, I am there. When you speak to a stranger, I am there. When you sit in the silence of your own thoughts, I am there. My hand is the stabilizer that keeps your heart from wavering. Think of the complexities that have weighed on you, the financial worries, the relational strains, the quiet fears about your purpose. None of these are hidden from me, and none of them are too great for the power that is currently holding your hand. I am never weary of your questions, and I am never exhausted by your needs. My love is a fountain that never runs dry. As we move through this time together, notice how the impossibilities of your life begin to look different when viewed through the lens of my presence. I am the great simplifier. Where you see 1,000 problems, I see 1,000 opportunities to show you my faithfulness. I am whispering to your spirit right now, I am here. Let that truth sink into your marrow. Let it quiet the racing of your pulse. You are safe. You are held. You are cherished. No matter how many times you have felt abandoned in the past, no matter how many people have let go of your hand when the road got rough, I am the one who remains. My grip is the only thing that is truly permanent in this world. Feel the strength of it. It is a grip that held the cross and then broke the tomb. It is a grip that holds your future with absolute certainty. You do not need to know the way because I am the way. You do not need to figure out the how because I am the how. Just keep your hand in mine. The complexities of life are but shadows that flee when the light walks into the room. And I am that light. I am the morning star that never sets. Together, we will walk through these next 3 hours, and you will see that I am more than enough for everything you face. Now, as the seconds turn into minutes, and these minutes lead you into the threshold of the next 3 hours, I want you to feel the weight of my blessing descending upon you like a soft, golden mantle. It is not a heavy weight, but a grounding one, a holy anchor that keeps your soul steady while the world around you remains in a state of constant, chaotic flux. You have listened with your heart, and because you have listened, the seeds of my word have already begun to germinate in the deepest, most fertile soil of your spirit. You might not see the full bloom of the flower yet, but the roots are stretching deep, anchoring you into the bedrock of my eternal love, drawing nourishment from the hidden springs of my grace. This transformation is not a process you must manufacture with your own effort or sustain through your own willpower. It is a work of my spirit that has already been set in motion. You are being changed from the inside out, refined like gold in a gentle fire, polished until you reflect my own light back into the shadows of the world. In the 3 hours that lie ahead, I am giving you a renewed strength to act on the faith that has been stirred within you. Faith is not a static concept or a dry doctrine. It is a living, breathing movement of the soul. It is the courage to speak when I prompt you, the wisdom to remain silent when I lead you to listen, and the boldness to take that first step into the unknown even when the second step is not yet visible. You have spent much time worrying about the how and the when, but I am asking you to focus only on the who. I am the one who goes before you. I am the one who clears the thickets of doubt and levels the high places of pride. When you encounter a challenge in the next hour, do not recoil in fear as you once did. Instead, pause, breathe my name, and remember that the Creator of the universe is standing right beside you, whispering the solutions into your mind before you even realize there is a problem. There is a peace I am leaving with you now that the world cannot give, and more importantly, the world cannot take away. It is a peace that surpasses all human understanding, a divine sentinel that will guard your heart and your mind. As you put down this device and re-engage with your surroundings, carry this stillness with you as a precious treasure. You are no longer a victim of your circumstances or a slave to your anxieties. You are a co-heir to my kingdom, an ambassador of my light. Every person you meet, every task you touch, and every thought you harbor is now filtered through the lens of my presence. See the grace in the mundane. See the miracles hiding in the ordinary. The way the light hits a surface, the way a breath feels in your lungs, the way a burden suddenly feels lighter. These are all my signatures on your day, my way of saying I am with you. I am pouring out a fresh anointing of clarity upon you. The fog of confusion that has clouded your vision for so long is dissipating like mist before the rising sun. In these next 3 hours, you will find yourself knowing exactly what to do, not because you have figured it out through logic, but because I am directing your paths with a gentle, sovereign hand. My strength is made perfect in your weakness, so do not be ashamed of your limitations. Your limitations are the very places where my glory is most clearly revealed, the cracks through which my light shines most brightly. When you feel tired, lean on my everlasting arms. When you feel uncertain, look into my eyes and see the reflection of my unwavering commitment to you. I have never once looked away from you, and I never will. This is my final blessing for this specific window of time. May your heart be courageous, your mind be tranquil, and your hands be ready for the work I have prepared for you. I am releasing you into these 3 hours with a new garment of praise instead of a spirit of heaviness. I am filling your mouth with laughter and your soul with a song that does not end when the music stops. Go forth now, not in your own power, but in the power of my spirit. The transformation has begun, the victory is already won, and the next 3 hours are a canvas upon which we will paint a masterpiece together. You are never alone. You are never forgotten. You are eternally mine, and my love is the shield that will never fail you.